Hello everyone, today we'll talk about optimal training protocol. Especially nowadays, this is a very controversial topic. There's a lot of different school of thoughts out there stating, for example, we should do just one set per exercise, stimulate the muscle to the max, and train each muscle group one time per week or 2 times per week, or we should focus on the eccentric phase or on the concentric phase. And research on that topic has been done for the last couple of decades. But the debate about which training protocol really leads to optimal muscle hypertrophy is probably stronger than never before. Every other person on the internet seems to have the perfect, the optimal hypertrophy protocol. And it is very misleading to people who just start with the sport. So we had Mike Menzer and Dorian Yates, for example, with the heavy duty protocol, and their school of thought was train just one set as hard as you can until your muscle fails. Whatever you do on top of that, it will just hinder you with your recovery. So they have a point here. But on the other hand, if you have Arnold Schwarzenegger or more high volume individuals, it worked too. Okay, so those who did multiple sets. Then we have the question of, should I emphasize the concentric, the positive, or the negative, the eccentric phase of the exercise? And when we look at research, we can also see that during a certain period, everybody was about eccentric was the key to muscle hypertrophy, and then it showed eccentric is also important. Then the same with the number of sets. Some studies said, one set to failure is the best, and the other study says, no, 4 sets is better than 3 sets, or 4 sets is better than 1 set. It is never ending, okay? And I work in this field. I'm a researcher myself, and this topic will probably never be answered completely, okay? So the optimal training protocol for an individual is very much based on each individual's genetics, beliefs, and probably how passionate that individual is about, okay? So if somebody reads, for example, Mike Menzer's books, and they believe that this is the right method for them, they do it 100%, they will see results. It doesn't mean that it's the best, but it doesn't mean that if they read Arnold Schwarzenegger's book, that it wouldn't work equally well, okay? So our body will adapt to training stimuli. And hard training usually comes with results. There's no shortcuts, and the more we invest, the more results we get usually, okay? And this is a concept people in the fitness industry try to deny and say that, overtraining this, overtraining that. But at the end of the day, if someone trains like Dorian Yates, really trains like Dorian Yates, they may put even the same amount of effort in that one set as someone who does triple or 4 times the amount of that, okay? There's still hard work, okay? So I think a lot of people nowadays, especially with the amount of information we have at the tip of our hands on our computer, is very misleading. And we always try to find shortcuts to maximize our muscle hypertrophy with easy ways. And let me tell you this, I'm not a professional bodybuilder or anything like that. I just like to train, and I trained several styles, and I noticed for myself as long as you put in the effort, you will see results no matter which training program. Okay, you can do a week of doing 4 sets per exercise with 12 to 15 reps, 30-second rest in between the sets, and then you can do a 1 week with 1 set to failure, 6 reps with super heavy weights, 3-minute rest in between exercises. It all works. And the key here is to have fun with training, okay? And as long as you keep fun and passionate, then you will make progress. Let's say you just believe in one way of training. Let's say you just do 6 reps for the rest of your life. You only do 1 set 6 reps. Week after week after week. So you have to do barbell rows, you have to do deadlifts, you have to do squats. You don't change your exercise. Every week is the same. What will happen? You will get super strong probably, and you'll probably get injured, and you will get bored, and your body will get adapted. So switching up things is crucial in this sport, I believe. So we shouldn't be too much focused on research papers stating that we should train in this and that rep range with this and that angle. Of course, research is important. It gives us the base of our knowledge. But when it comes to our own training, sometimes we have to tweak things around to make them more real life based. Train hard, have fun, be passionate, and then you will see results. So my advice to everybody out there, no matter if you're advanced or beginner, it is important to inform yourself with research, try to understand the mechanisms underlying muscle hypertrophy or strength, but then switch things up, have fun with training, and you will see results. I hope this was informative for everybody. Please let me know your comments down below.